with me because you wanted it bad. The reason why you're crying right now is because you got pregnant with my kid and need a reason to give it up. She killed my kid.
No.
She killed
No, wait. No! Damn it, stop! Cut! Stop! Kyle, go to commercial! We need help here! Come on!
You keep going. Do you hear me? This is your job, so you keep going.
No, stop it! Stop! I'm gonna kill you. You know that. I'm gonna kill you. You're dead! We're not live, are we? For God's sake, someone tell me we're not live! Forget it. We'll be right back after these messages. For God's sake, tell me we're not live.
Keeper tried to kill me. Where are the cops when you need them? Has anyone dialed 911 yet? Why are you standing around like a bunch of zombies? He tried to kill me. Does anyone care about me? Water! I need water!
Jason, we need some water here. Come on.
Just don't even look at it. Just don't even...
Oh, wait, you call me a pig? No, I don't think so.
Shut up.
You belong in a cage.
I said shut your mouth.
Coming back from commercial, I want you to be on them, okay? I want every whisper, every beat of sweat.
Don't have time. Get up.
Where's your security? Come on. I didn't ask for security.
5, 4, 3. Welcome back to The Cutting Edge, ladies and gentlemen. We are examining victims' rights versus early prison release programs. In case you're just tuning in...
You missed attempted murder on live TV.
Mr. Louis Greco, a convicted drug...
Wrongly convicted.
And accused rapist.
Falsely accused by a jealous woman trying to get revenge.
Clearly hit a nerve here, folks, not just in the studio, but doubtless at home. But we want to hear your reaction, so you be sure to call us in on the...
Oh, yeah, you call in. Let us know what you think about rich celebrities living above the law.
Prison release programs. Are they a cost-saving device or a plague?
Poster boy for hair extensions trying to off me on TV. Does anyone call the police? Does anyone care how I feel?
Obviously feel well enough to monopolize all of our airtime, Mr. Greco.
You see how they treat the little guy, huh? You're getting us at home? Keeper lives above the law because he's got the big butt.
Moving on.
I am just getting started. The people at home, they have a right to know Keeper is a homicide waiting to happen. Don't be surprised when it does. Yeah, we're shackled to a back of a squad car. No, he's sipping mineral water and hanging out the best places.
Would somebody please escort Mr. Greco back to the green room?
Welcome to Justice of the Night.
Get him as he's going out. Okay? Oh, yeah, all the way out. I want it all the way out.
Get him out. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the staff of The Cutting Edge, I'd like to apologize. There's certainly more than enough violence on television these days.
We don't need a sermon.
And I don't have to tell you that this is not what we planned on. But we have keyed into something important here, folks. Most Americans are very angry at the criminal justice system. As a matter of fact, some people have gone so far as to think of the courts as their enemy.
Do all for the rich!
And I'm not talking about a bunch of paranoid paramilitary extremists here. I'm talking about average Americans, people just like you and me. People that probably grew up learning how to dial 911 before they could tell time. Prison is where we're supposed to put the bad guys, folks. I mean, that's what my parents raised me to believe, but nowadays they tell us that there's no such thing as bad guys. There's only badly damaged psyches. Well, unfortunately for you and me, those damaged psyches tend to spread the damage around, and before you know it, they're tearing apart our families. They're ruining our lives. They're making the streets dangerous for our children. Well, how many chances do they get, folks? How many chances should they get? When is the damage beyond repair? When do we finally say to these people, you can't be repaired? You're not just damaged, you're just plain bad. No answers. Only questions on top of questions on top of questions. what we do best. I'm Tad Martin for The Cutting Edge. Until next time.
Oh, congratulations. You have a great future in television production. I see a gardening show or a bicycle repair.
That sounds pretty good to me right now, right?
You know, you have a major talent for taking a sensational show and taking the last 90 seconds of it.
What are you
turning it into
disappointed
rigor
about? That nobody had to get carried out in a body bag?
Except our audience.
Well, the next time you plan an on-air execution, do me a favor. Have a hearse standing by.
Louis was on a roll. Why is it that you thought you had
about to get thrown into a pole?
What, you're concerned about a defenseless rapist? That's why you sat on the spark?
What ratings, Liza, not casualties.
Greco was in prison. The man can fend for himself, Tad.
You are beautiful. You know that. You would have been terrific in the Roman Coliseum. It's too bad they don't have gladiator pits
You know
anymore.
what? They do. They're called talk shows.
Yeah, well, that's what's wrong with television these days.
Hey, another warm, wonderful media experience.
I am so sorry.
Shut up. You ain't sorry. You know
Noah,
it's just twice,
Noah,
boy.
you've done enough. Please, okay, you gotta know this is not what I was after.
Yeah, I mean, why give a sucker a chance to back out, huh?
No, Julia, you gotta be fair. I didn't know about the rape.
Hey,
Nobody
you
told
knew
me
I
about
set
it.
him up for drugs. What did you think was going to happen, Tad? You think it was going to be hugs,
We didn't
friendship,
know,
bonding?
we didn't know who was going to be on the show until a couple of hours ago. I didn't know Greco was back there until 5 minutes before we aired, and I thought she would be fine, honey.
Does she look fine?
Your lawyer...
She ain't fine. Nobody's fine
I
with this.
thought she'd
I
be
ain't
able to
fine.
squelch his media con job. You got to admit it was the perfect...
No,
opportunity.
Tad. There was nothing perfect about this at all.
Hey, you, mister, yeah, I'm gonna sue your freaking butt off. Keep her 60 minutes or over. I'm gonna nail him. When I'm done, he's gonna be modeling his denim to the sisters in stir.
Cool, collected, under pressure. Very impressed, man. You're my hero.
You don't need to be impressed, Junior. Julia's my concern.
Yeah, all you had to do was grab her hand and walk off the set. But no, you played right into his hands. Like, he made you look stupid. You look like the criminal.
Come on, let it go.
You need to start thinking, man, and stop swinging.
You think. All right? You think. There's a pervert running around, blood in his eyes for your sister. You think. I'm busy.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be busy putting you in jail, Noah. You're gonna blow it. Who's gonna protect my sister then, huh?
Well, see, I'm going to terminate this problem before that happens. And you know what else? You need to quit presuming to instruct me, boy. I've been running around out here one hell of a lot longer than you.
So would you stop with this stupid hero act? Before somebody gets killed? Can you see what Louis done to you?
Can you see what he's doing to you, Jay? Somebody's got to stop him doing it.
Somebody will. If I have to camp out in the DA's office.
Yeah, who's gonna watch him when you do?
And now, let us bore our audience into a stupor.
Just like you and me. People that probably...
Is this the longest wrap-up in television history that you've ever seen?
You always cut it.
Not in the market that's already aired.
This is where we're supposed to put the bad guys, folks. I mean, that's what my parents raised me to believe, but nowadays they tell us that there's no such thing as bad guys. There's only badly damaged psyches. Well, unfortunately for you and me, those damaged psyches tend to spread the damage around, and before you know it, they're tearing apart our families. They're ruining our lives. They're making the streets dangerous for our children. Well, how many chances do they get, folks? How many chances should they get? When is the damage beyond repair? When do we finally say to these people, you can't be repaired? You're not just damaged, you're just plain bad.
I can see the wheels spinning, but I can't quite tell where you're headed.
You win.
Memo me. I'm not in a conversational...
No, I'm going to keep your wrap-up. It works. I'm going to keep it.
Great, Liza. What am I supposed to do now? Feel gratitude?
No, don't you want to know why?
No. Save the broadcast lessons for Erica's
Yeah,
replacement.
come on. I'm sorry about
I
that.
haven't got time for a formal retraction. I'm going home to my way. You got it, Doug.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, right. Here I go. Right. Honey, did you watch?
No, I actually managed to miss Jenna Green's talk show debut.
Yeah, I thought you might feel that way, so just in case.
No, thank you. Why are you home?
What, am I banished from my own house?
The thought crossed my mind.
Come on, Dix, you gotta lighten up. I was just doing my job. I was doing Erica's job, and you know what? I did okay. Come on, just look at the tape. I think you'll be happy with the way I handled Janet.
Did you slap her?
No, I didn't slap her. Look, the whole show wasn't about Janet. Some of it was even less tasteful.
Really? I can't imagine.
How about Louis Greco accusing Julia of being a tramp after she accused him of being a rapist?
What?
How about him going on and on about some abortion she had and Noah bursting in, beating Louis to a pulp, who gets up, dusts himself off, and spends the rest of the hour monopolizing the airwaves?
You're kidding, right?
No. And you know what's amazing? I survived, honey. Not just that, I did a respectable job. Come on, let's look at the tape.
Your sentence was commuted because you volunteered for experimental surgery. Plastic surgery. Which to me sounds like you got slapped on the wrist, got a nip and a tuck, and bang, you're back in mainstream society.
What are you doing? It's not over.
I just don't want to watch anymore.
What, that's it? You made up your mind you're not even going to look at the rest of the show?
The Janet Green show? Not a chance.
It wasn't the Janet Green show. I had control of that interview.
If you had control over that interview, Tad, there wouldn't have been any interview.
Well, thank you for your support.
I'm supposed to cheer you on for promoting the woman who killed my brother?
I didn't promote her. I interviewed her.
You handled her with kid gloves, Dad.
I put some very tough questions to Janet Green.
You made her look like a saint.
Well, what did you want me to do, skewer her?
Possibly roast her over an open flame.
I can't, Dix. I've got to remain impartial.
And why is that, Dad?
Because it's in the job description.
And you don't see anything wrong with that.
What do you want me to do, Dix? You want me to just walk away from the job, huh? You want me to scrap everything and go back to square one?
I think that there are maybe some things just a little more important than your career.
Yeah, well, it's certainly up there in the big three. Let me tell you something. I had a really tough job to do today, and not only did I do it, I did it well. Forgive me if I expect a little pat on the back rather than being kicked in the teeth.
Well, honey, if you want praise, you're not going to get it from me.
Thanks a heap, Dix.
So, do we have the stats on the viewer hotline?
Yeah, the lines are flooded, and we're running 5-1 in favor of our tack.
Let me see. Oh, electrifying. New meaning to the cutting edge. This is amazing. We've got to fax this to our major affiliates.
Huh?
I cannot wait till this thing airs on the coast. Oh, the set is closed.
I gotta talk to the manager.
Well, let's make an appointment first.
Make this.
Wait a minute. You have a problem?
Call off your pooch.
What can I do for you, Mr. Greco?
I need a tape of the show.
Oh. Did you forget to set your VCR?
Yeah. I need a copy for my grandma.
Well, there is a nominal fee.
I didn't charge you for being on the show.
Yes, and I didn't charge you for being on the show. Our ad rates, you did get a very nice chunk of free publicity.
No, wait, if you're thinking about wanting a piece of the pie,
No,
don't
I'm
even...
thinking of wanting your signature on this release form. It releases the station and the show from any and all liability. Thank you.
You're as smart as you look.
And I have a parting gift for you. My regards to your grandmother.
I got a big family. I'm gonna get a lot of play out of this.
You'd sell your mother for a rating share, wouldn't you?
What can I say? You've met my mother.
Yes, I have. It would be a bargain. Have you always been this ruthless?
Oh, I like to think of it as focused. Basic requirement in any field for success. Of course, you know that.
Yeah. What are you after? A network exec spot, maybe?
Oh, right now? No, I'd be happy with some serious buzz.
From whom?
The show, of course.
The show, of course.
Television is my life.
I can see that.
Jason, really good work today. Can I buy you a drink or something?
You're on.
Would you like to join us?
Maybe later.
Ready? want anything stronger? It's not like we have to go back to work.
No, thanks, but I gave it up.
Good for you. Well, here's to the magic of television.
Yeah, the magic of television.
Last minute save.
Here, here.
So, tell me about Dixie.
I thought we were here to talk about television.
We are talking about television. She was supposed to enliven the first segment. Tad had to fill the void.
It turned out okay.
Why is she so volatile? I thought that sweetness and light were her major strengths. I mean, if not, what is the secret to her appeal?
Oh, no, there's so much more to her than what you see.
Hi. Looking for us?
So you didn't go home?
Actually I did, but I was so keyed up after work, I didn't feel like calling it a night.
Not me. I have had it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay?
all right. Have a good night. Have a seat. Buy you something to drink. It's on me.
Excuse me. You have a vodka on the rocks, please?
Something to nibble on with that? An apology?
I'm more in the mood for abject praise.
You know, you were brilliant on the show.
Oh, yeah, in a boring kind of way.
Oh, no. Wait a second. You were right. And I was wrong. You're perfect. You're even-handed with the perfect amount of edge.
Do me a favor. Put it in my letter of recommendation. For the gardening show? What? No. Wasn't it, bicycle repair?
You want me to crawl?
Curtsy may do it.
To the master of rapid improv. You were born to be on TV.
Draft, please.
Fancy meeting you here.
What do you want, Taylor?
I'll have a Chablis, please. You know, you are not the only one who's had a stressful day. Although, I didn't have to pick Noah for Louis.
You saw the show?
I heard about it. And you're right. Noe is a little over the top.
It's only not. Look at them. Celebrating.
One man's disaster is another man's coup.
Proud of yourselves?
Oh. You have to expect the unexpected with television. I mean, we didn't know Louis was going to do what he did, but your sister did an incredible job, and she put across an important message.
Wait, my sister's ambush was actually good for her?
Right, come on now.
Shut up.
We didn't know.
Shut up. What Louis did to my sister, you did it to her again on national TV.
Yeah, why don't you look at it this way? Your sister wanted to warn people. Now millions of folks know he's a rapist.
All they're going to remember is his twisted little lies.
If he is dangerous, then they've been warned.
So this was a public service message of sorts, right? You don't care about people. All you care about is ratings.
How would you like to share a Caesar salad? All right, another dinner for one.
You okay?
Yeah, sure. Look at it this way. We survived.
We didn't just survive. This is goodbye, Erica. Hello, Tad. We were both there to witness the birth of a media giant.
You made the right decision jumping ship like that. I mean, the rats took over tonight. They treated Janet Green like a foreign dignitary.
They?
Tad,
Yep. I knew it.
you didn't watch.
No, Tad actually presented me with my very own tape. He actually expected me to be proud. He thought he did a good job. I mean, am I nuts or what?
Well, you know, that's the business. It goes to people's heads. They lose perspective, and today's show definitely crossed the line.
So you think so, too? I mean, it's not just me.
Dixie, I'm totally with you on this.
Thank you so much. I needed to hear that so bad. I wish I could thank you. How about, do you want to join me for a beer?
Actually, I'm off alcohol, you know, since the accident and all that. But I'll take a soda if you got one.
You're on.
Look at that. What did I tell you? Now tell me there's no grounds for arrest.
I'm gonna kill you. You know, I'm gonna kill you. You're dead!
We're not live, are we? For God's sake, someone tell me we're not live! We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi. Waiting long?
No, just long enough. I had a phone call from my daughter inviting me to dinner. What do you suppose this means?
You know, sometimes an invite is just an invite.
Well, lucky for you, or me, you found me. You tracked me down.
It wasn't hard to track you down. Your pager system tracked you down for me. And since when can you be reached WRCW?
Come on, let's have a seat. I'll tell you all about it.
Wait, what? Hi. Matt,
Hi.
how are you?
I've had better days.
Yeah, I know that. I had a perfect day once in '93. It was a Thursday, I remember.
Matt, if you don't have plans for dinner, why don't you join us?
Actually, I don't mean to be rude, but there's a little family business on the docket, and you'd really be bored. So maybe some other time.
Sure.
I just want to see if I can repeat your toast with a straight face. Did you just say, goodbye, Erica, hello, Tad, here's to the birth of a media giant?
You put a question mark on the end of yours. There's no question in my mind, thank you.
What's this? Orsini. Nice. Somebody's obviously got a sense of humor.
Well, you can afford it on your salary. I'll do the honors. Thank you very much.
Let's go back to the part about my salary, shall we?
Oh, sure. Your paycheck got way fatter. You see, you're going to have 2 personal assistants, a private dressing room, a much better parking space close to the front door, and you're going to have someone help you with your fan mail. Every perk, bell, and whistle the permanent host of The Cutting Edge really deserves. Congratulations, Thaddeus Martin. How does it feel to be the star of your very own show?
Tad's involvement with the show was supposed to be strictly behind the scenes.
I know, but he got seduced by that spotlight.
Bad enough that he approved of Janet being a guest on the show, but then to take the stage beside her, it was so embarrassing, it was humiliating.
That's show business. I don't know what it is that makes people sell out, but that red light goes on, the camera starts rolling, and it's like this power ray.
Watching the tape of the show made me sick. No matter how many times I've tried to explain to Tad how I feel about Janet, he just doesn't get it.
Well, I get it. It's kind of like this phantom pain where your family should be, but instead it just leaves you abandoned and feeling hurt and alone and afraid.
Are we talking about you now?
They can come out now.
Who?
The guys with the hidden camera.
This is no practical joke with the Christmas tree.
Well, it should be. I mean, you can't be serious. Me, the host of The Cutting Edge? Come on.
No, The Cutting Edge with Tad Martin. How does that make you feel?
Like the second Darren on Bewitched. Nobody's going to go for it.
Not only are they going to go for it, they're going to eat you up. You're giving them something they haven't had before, a video banquet. TV dinner goes 5-star. Every talk show is going to rise and fall based on the standard that you set. Grit, sizzle, and substance.
Wait a second. Everybody knows that Erica's got the lot on sizzle.
Erica does fine when she's selling couture rags, but our show is in desperate need of a makeover.
I remind you that when our temperamental little diva took a nosedive, so did our ratings. I mean, like a lover or hate her, Erica Kane is the cutting edge.
Look, here yesterday, gone today. That's showbiz.
No, that's nuts. I thought you fired her so, to prove who was boss.
I did. You.
No, that's not what I meant. I assumed that, eventually when she came to her senses, you'd let her come crawling back on your terms.
Hey, look, my terms are simple. You show up and you're brilliant. Erica's 0 for 2, ergo she's history. I'm looking at the future of the cutting edge. Actually, I'm looking at it right now.
Liza, I'm flattered. I don't know what to say.
You say yes. And you can with false modesty. Confess, Tad Martin. You are as ambitious as I am. And what happened today, you have lusted after your entire life.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. I mean, we're live in most markets. No time for retakes, no sweetening. We got 42 minutes of airtime. You hook them in 5 minutes or you're dead.
And you hooked him. You left him hungry for more.
Yeah, but I riffed my way through that entire thing today, and we both know it. I mean, my closing monologue, if that's what it could be called. I mean, what was that?
It was instinct. It was talent. What you lack is experience. In time, we are going to have a TVQ that's at genius level. We're going to be a 20 share above our closest competitor. So what should I do? Should I call the trades? Frosh inks packed with Indie Gabfest? The cutting edge with Tad Martin? Is it a deal?
Crab cakes. Seasonal?
Well, it's almost Christmas. Right around the corner. You're hardly full of Yuletide cheer, sweetheart. Anything to do with that item on the family docket?
Read it and weep.
What is this?
It's my weekly correspondence from Arlene. 3 times a week, she wants to come home for the holidays.
Damn her. I warned her in language that her 80-proof brain could understand that if she tried to contact you, she'd answer to me.
Well, you know what Mom does. She does what she pleases and then lets everyone else suffer the consequences.
Well, not this time. Can I hold on to this?
You can burn it for all I
I'm
can.
the caller tonight. I'll fly to Mexico if I have to. I'll alert the Border Patrol. If Arlene Vaughn sets foot on American soil, fire at will.
Thank you for running interference for me. Because I am... What are you looking at?
Well, can I ask a question?
Animal, vegetable, or person?
It's personal. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but I just can't help but wondering. You and Mateo. What the devil are you doing at separate tables?
Stuck in talk show host mode. I didn't mean to pry.
No. You're not doing it for ratings. You care.
Do you know how I never talk about my father? Well, I've noticed that you don't talk about your father in the same way, or your mother. Why is that? What are your parents like?
Well, they've never been around long enough for me to form any kind of an impression.
You said that they travel a lot.
Oh, yeah, worldwide, nonstop.
So you've had a big hand in raising your younger brother, Kevin.
It was the only hand. It's pretty much been me and Kevin solo ever since I can remember.
Really? Just the two of you?
Well, let's see. When Kevin took his first steps, my parents were on a photo safari in South Africa. When he had his first words, they were climbing the pyramids in Machu Picchu. And on his first day of school, well, pick a country. Any country. All I know is that they weren't here.
I'm sorry, I just can't imagine Junior Jamie going through any of those things without me.
Well, you have maternal instincts. My mother has a passport and 100,000 frequent flyer miles.
Well, I'm sure she misses you.
Oh, okay, so that would account for the postcards I never got, and the letters she forgot to write. The mystery is really why she ever had us at all.
So, who took care of you and Kevin when you were little?
Well, domestic agency kept us supplied with a steady stream of nannies. And some of them actually stayed long enough for it to hurt when they left. Kevin, he always cried.
Well, he's very lucky to have an older brother who's such a kind and caring person.
Is that how you see me?
Yeah. You know, you were the first person that I met when I came on campus. And you've always had time for me to hang out and to listen and to do study sessions and listen to all of my domestic dramas. I have to say, I think the best part of me going back to school has been you.
You have no idea what that means to me. Dixie, you make me feel, you just make me feel.
That's good, huh? Feeling good.
Need I remind you that I am recently divorced from lunatic hubby number 2. Now, I need a little period of mourning before I delve head first into another fiasco of a romance.
All right. Nowhere is it written, though, that you are fated to be unlucky in love. I've been married and divorced almost as often as Erica. But it hasn't put me off women. Quite the contrary. Every fizzled romance whets my appetite for another conquest.
Oh, the women are beer nuts theory in dating. How romantic. That's charming.
Well, you joke, but you're not laughing.
No, I'm not laughing because I don't find the subject particularly knee-slapping. I need to take some time before I dive headfirst into the pool of sharks.
Oh, then. I'm sure Mateo will be happy to wait as long as it takes.
Dad, who says I want him to wait? I mean, look at him. He's the nicest, sweetest guy, but he's all wrong for me.
What do you mean? Why? He's very good looking. He's bright. Anyone with eyes can tell he adores you.
Oh, where'd you get that?
From the way he stuck by you after that Arlene Alec debacle, he never left your side. Either Mateo does a dead-on impersonation of a St. Bernard, or the man's in love with you.
Okay, then. You know what? I did not invite you here tonight to discuss my romantic life. I'm going to the ladies' room to powder my nose. Excuse me.
Isn't this celebration a little premature?
Oh, Adam, well, success and champagne should both be savored. Today's episode on The Cutting Edge made WRCW a bigger dot on the map and Tad a household name.
Along with waxy yellow build-up. Well, excuse me, but I'm going to wait for the numbers to come in.
Oh, you wacky risk-taker, you.
You know, the people in your profession, your futures rise and fall on the whims of a very fickle audience. If I were you, I'd be popping antacid, not champagne.
Good old Adam. Living proof that behind every silver lining there's a dark cloud. I couldn't help but notice you didn't mention the job offer.
That's because it's my decision to make. If he doesn't like it, he can lump it. But I guarantee you, once you're a success, he's going to be scrambling to take full credit.
And until then, we just play some kind of ratings waiting game.
No, we have momentum. And today's show is going to be hard to top.
Okay, just for argument's sake. I might be open to suggestions. What do you have in mind?
I was hoping you'd ask that. I hope you're not in a hurry to get home.
Wow. I don't know where all that came from.
It sounds like it came from the heart.
Yeah, like my life is so rough.
Oh, don't do that. Total guy thing. I mean, why is it that, like, men's feelings have to be their best-kept secret?
It's no secret. It's just that no one's ever cared enough to really ask me how I felt.
Well, I care. I mean, unless you really want to sit around and talk about sports, or we could arm wrestle for a brew.
No. No, this is good the way it is.
You know, you and Kevin have an open invitation here for dinner anytime.
Well, you know, Kevin's always so busy with school and basketball. He really doesn't have much of a life, but you name the night, and I will be here.
Good. That'll be great. I'd like that. I look forward to it.
Dixie, you are so good. You really have no idea what you mean to me.
Oops. Sorry, take my place.
Hi. I saw your light on. I was coming back from Laurel's. I figured I'd just take a chance and see if you were out.
Oh, come in.
Okay. Oh, Jason. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
As a matter of fact.
No, really, it's fine. Jason and I were just finishing up. Thanks so much for everything. You helped me out a lot. I'll see you tomorrow at school, right?
Yeah, tomorrow, sure.
I don't mean to,
no.
run out or anything.
No problem, really. Good night.
Good night.
Drive safe.
Jason's a little intense, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, he always looks at me like he's something he scraped off the bottom of his shoe or something like that, which is kind of the way Trevor's been treating me these days.
What happened? I mean, I thought you guys were camping, you and Tim and Jamal.
Yeah, the whole trip got called off on account of the fact that I'm a homosexual. Laurel went and gassed up the car, she took Harold for a bath, and then in the process of her day, she decided to tell Trevor that I was gay.
And I take it didn't go well.
No, didn't go well at all.
I want you to view a hot show reel.
How hot?
Televised spots of Enzio Dolce's happening glad rag.
Noah Kiefer sporting retro denim, big deal.
From his hips to our bottom line, this is about a lot more than jeans. These video bites are creating hyperbuzz in the windy corridors of Madison Ave.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Trish Cooper from Roberts Cooper McCarthy, she said this is going to create a major media blitz. I say we do a little sneak peek on these ads, and we create an entire show around it, the topic being fashion or pornography.
That's a question?
Have we crossed the line from taboo to titillation?
I'm not sure, but we definitely crossed the line from mild disgust into vague interest. Okay, I'll bite. Let's go. Let's hit the studio.
All right. Well, I have the tapes here. We can view them in my suite. Okay. I'll make a deal with you. You leave the tip, and I'll leave my fountain pen with the waiter.
You've got a deal.
Laurel told me that Trevor might have trouble with this, but this is ridiculous. I mean, I cannot believe this guy. Underneath all that macho swagger is a raging homophobe. You should have heard this guy. Oh, I thought that you were a regular guy, says to me. The fact that I've seen combat. How could I be anything but a card-carrying heterosexual? That drives him nuts.
Wait a minute, maybe you should give him some time, let him live with the idea for a little while.
Live with it? Just like my sister Laura, right? She's known about this for years. Do you realize it's the first conversation we had a couple of weeks ago when I pushed her into it? And this is the woman that's supposed to drag Trevor kicking and screaming in the 20th century?
Oh, come on, Laura loves you very much.
Yeah, well, her love without acceptance is meaningless. She can't accept me for who I am, what I am, without any apologies or regrets. She and Trevor can both go to hell.
Have you made any plans for Christmas?
I mean, besides the traditional watching of It's a Wonderful Life followed by a mass hysteria cry session.
I'd love it if you'd spend the day with Brooke and me.
Brooke is doing Christmas at Shea Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
Is she aware?
Well, we haven't actually discussed it.
Naturally.
But I've been a very good boy this year.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure Santa Claus won't begrudge me one perfect holiday with my loved ones.
Thank you for inviting me. I'll have to check my work schedule and everything.
I'm very proud of what you're doing over in Champlin. A very impressive gain this quarter.
Yeah, well, you know, a company is like a kid. You get out of it what you put in.
Enchantment is your baby.
Well, yeah, it keeps me up all night, but at least I don't have any dirty diapers to change.
You're a lot like your old man.
Careful.
No, you are. No, I mean, work has helped us both through some very difficult times. Honest labor keeps us dedicated. It keeps us focused. It's helped you recoup some of your losses from Alec.
I didn't lose anything, okay?
Okay.
You know what? I have an early day tomorrow, so I'm just gonna head on up.
Want me to walk you home?
I think I can make it upstairs.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Okay. Good night.
That letter that you showed your dad, is that from Arlene?
How did you know that?
I got one, too.
I guess the world hasn't changed as much as I thought it had, or hoped it had. I don't know why, but I'm still surprised every time the Trevors of the world react the way that they do.
Must be that good old Puritan ethic.
So what am I supposed to do? Walk around with a scarlet H sewn to my chest?
Come on, you know, which is funny about sex in this country. We use it to sell everything from toothpaste to luxury cars, but still, we're not very comfortable with it.
Are you uncomfortable with me?
No, not at all. I mean, at first I was a little bit when you first told me that you were gay, but that's only because it introduced an element that I never considered before.
Do you think that I got into teaching so that I could prey on high school boys?
No, of course not.
Well, Trevor thought that.
Well, Trevor's an idiot. You're a wonderful person. You're a brilliant teacher. I mean, maybe you can use this as an opportunity to educate Trevor.
Why? Why should I have to educate Trevor? What do I care about an ignoramus like that? What do I care about what anybody in this small town thinks? Why stay here at all?
Liza, I dare you to try and tell me what this ad is about.
Jeans.
Jeans? There's a prepubescent girl standing there in a guy's underwear. Where are the jeans?
The jeans are subtext.
Exactly. She's wearing nothing but subtext. The Empress is naked.
That's not the point.
It is the point. That's borderline pornography.
It's extremely provocative.
Yeah, great, terrific, if you want to sell sex.
They're not selling sex. They're selling fantasy. The woman is in the man's apartment. She's alone. She's wearing his shirt. And that's it. She lays on the bed. She smells him. She feels the warmth of him. It rekindles this heat and this passion. So the next time a woman goes to buy a shirt for her guy,
She'll be arrested for indecent exposure. Sorry, I just don't think this is what the average American woman responds to.
Oh, and you're such an expert on what turns women on.
My mother sent you a letter?
Just one.
What did she want?
Basically, it was to go to bat for her. See, she thinks for some crazy reason that if I talk you into it, you know, you'll give her another chance.
So is that why you're here?
No. I was there, remember? I saw what Arlene did to you. I'll never forgive her or Alec. Why, do you want to see the note? I mean...
No. Actually, you can, file it where I put all the others in the garbage. But thank you for telling me.
Sure. I mean, I don't want to keep anything from you. So, big plans for Christmas?
No, not really. What about you?
I was just having some people over at the Santos residence. Open house. Lots of tradition, lots of tamales. And, you know, some people are stopping by. So, you're welcome, too, if you want.
Thanks. It's real nice of you to ask.
Well, I'm not asking you to be nice. Just want you to think about it, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Good night.
Good night.
Jim, you're not a kid anymore, but there's still things you don't understand.
I understand that my Uncle Mike is gay, and I don't care. It doesn't make a difference.
Jim, when you get older, you'll see things the way I do.
I hope not. Look, you and I are never going to see eye to eye on this. For me, everything is the same as always.
You can't leave town. It wouldn't solve anything.
This tiny town's mindset is not my problem.
Well, there's a lot of people here who would miss you. Your students, me. I mean, don't punish us for what Trevor thinks.
I wasn't going to leave town. I'm just blowing off steam. Quitting is not my nature.
Okay. Good. Maybe we can do something fun, huh? Maybe, like, get a bowl of popcorn going and, watch a double feature on TV. Beckett and Boys in the Band.
That sounds like a good idea. Hey, where's, Ted?
Ted, I don't know. He should be home by now.
I never claimed to be an expert about what turns women on, not for a long time. But I do know borderline pornography. When I see it, that is it. It sells sex. It doesn't sell jeans.
No, Tad, you're wrong. It is provocative. It's visceral. It's in your face.
I don't want some strange woman's visceral in my
please. You know, you're not getting the point. It's voyeurism. It's looking at something that's familiar, yet it's forbidden.
It's sex disguised as trash.
It's ratings, you pinhead.
Not on my show.
Your show.
My show.
Oh,
I
Mr.
was down there.
Compass,
You
your
said
show.
my show in the
It is
bar.
our show. And when we make decisions for our show, we decide what goes on it together.
Exactly. And if we feature those commercials, we go as low as they do.
No, we burn up the airwaves. It's what we do.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is going to happen. You know why it's going to happen? Because it's what I want. And I always get what I want. What?
We're not arguing about this trash, are we?